Hello guys. So in a last video tutorial, we guys have understand what are the pipes and how to use default and inbuilt pipes in Angular and how we can able to represent our information into the Angular application. Now in this lecture, we guys are going to understand what are the custom pipes, how to create the pipes of this custom default representations, and how we can able to use them in our Angular applications. Well, when it comes to the custom pipes, so custom pipes are called as user defined pipes. So in our application or in our logic, there might be a requirement of creating the user defined representation. We are not following with the system defined representation or something. So well, in that case you can create the user defined representation, that is custom pipes, and you can able to write that code very easily right here. So let us check with that how we can able to create the custom files and how we can able to use them in the Angular application. The first step when it comes to the custom pipes is for creating the pipe file. So we have to create a one single file in our app folder. So let me just create it simultaneously. So I will get back to my code. I'm going to represent it on a same code which we have seen in the pipe. So let me open this app. So this is the HTML and this is the data we will have. So I'm going to select the app, and inside the app I'm going to create a file. Let us say for the percentage I wanted to change the information. So I'm going to create here the percentage dot pipe, and as it must be written in a TypeScript, so you should have to write the extension as .ts. Now let us hit an enter. So the file got created. So inside this file you must have to create any class that must be exported to the other classes, because this class defines here as the custom pipe class, and that must be accessed from the outside of this file. So we have to create an export class here. So let us create a class. So export class, let us say the class name is again percentage pipe. All right. So this is the first step. You have to create a file and you have to create a one export class, and inside this you guys have to have create this class must be implemented by pipe transform. So pipe transform is the inbuilt pipe class object we will have, so we have to create them with the pipe transform. So let us check with this. So I'm going to implement with the pipe transform. Right, so this pipe transform is available at your Angular core package. You can directly fix this problem by just importing that file. So we can say here as import, what I want to import is the pipe transform from my Angular core. So at the rate Angular and core. So this is how we can able to make them access, and we can able to write with that code. This is pipe transform. All right. So in this pipe transform, in this interface, there is one method that we have to write, and the name of method is transform. Okay, so that property transform must be written. So you can just go here and quick fix, and you can implement that method. So this method will be looks like this, and I'm not going to provide any arguments right here, so I'm going to delete them, and this is also we are going to write with the code later. Well, what I need to do right here is for this transform button is actually this transform method is actually going to convert our information. So I'm going to pass that value as an argument, and right now let us say I don't know the type of value, so I'm going to use any as a type, and I wanted to represent them in a percentage. So what I'm going to do, whatever the value I'm going to be saying, that is there in a floating point, so I have to add the percentage symbol at the last. So what I'm going to do here, I'm directly saying return. So this transform function always return the value in a specific format, so you should have to use return, and then this value, okay, dot to string. So I'm going to convert them in a string, and at the last I'm going to add the percentage symbol. So this entire string, whatever the value we are sending, and it is adding the percentage at the last and sent by this transform function. Well, whatever we got created here is not the actual pipe. The pipe actually works with the name, and to define the name after these classes we have to write the decorator called as @pipe. These decorator must be there, and again the decorator is coming from our core package. Okay, the angular slash core. So here I'm going to say comma pipe so that I can able to access it, and inside it you have to provide a property called as name. So by which name you are going to recognize this pipe. So I'm going to say I wanted to recognize using the name called as percentage. So I have written the name as percentage. Now the entire pipe file is got created. What are the steps? Let us check in a representation. So the steps to creating a file is create a pipe file in our app folder. Then we have to implement the interface called as pipe transform, and we have to write the method called as transform right there, and then at the last you can add the pipe decorator for the custom name of your pipe. The next step, whatever the pipe we got created, now this custom pipe is usable, and to use the custom file again we have to follow some steps. The step 1 is to register this custom file in your app.module.ts. So I have to register that file into the app.module.ts. Let us get back here. So I'm going to be open app.module.ts, and in the declaration I'm going to add that file. So here to add the file you should have to write the name of class. Okay, let us check what is the name class. Name of class is percentage pipe. So let us write it here. So I'm going to say percentage pipe, and from that directly it is going to take percentage.pipe. So from here it's going to take that, and now the next step that we can able to use that pipe like the normal pipe syntax. Now let us check with this how we can able to use it. Now for this my app.file here, for the percentage I have used this percent as a pipe. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to write my name of pipe, in this case is what, percentage. Now let us save it. So as for the code written here is to take that value, convert in a string, and adding the percentage at the last. This output must be there at a runtime. So you guys can see here. So this is the output that we guys are running with. Alright, now let us say I have to pass some values where I can able to, like after the decimals I have to put the 2 digits or 3 digits. Well, that could be possible. We can able to pass an arguments to this. Let us say that arguments is what, digits, and it's better you have to write the data type and their initial value. Okay, because if you not provided initial value, let us say I haven't provided initial value, I'm going to save the code and I will get back to the HTML. So at this line it will turns into the error. It says your pipe is having 2 arguments but you are not sending that argument. So it's better you should have to assign the default value so that no error will come if we are not passing that values in a argument also. Well, I have to pass that value in argument, and this value I have defined in a string data type, sorry, in number data type. So I'm going to write colon, and let us say I have to define them with the minimum of 2 numbers in the after the decimal. So I'm going to mention 2, and to write that code you guys can use one method called as toFixed. ToFixed method will convert that n number of digits into the specific number of digit, and to make that done, this value dot, okay, we can use ToFixed method, and you can pass that digits right there. So this value will be get converted into the respective numbers of digits, and then convert to the string, and then added percentage at the last, and then sharing on a pipe right there. So we have already written here as a 2. Now let us get back here and check. So you guys can see 2 digits are going to be occur, and if I got return, if I got remove with this, no arguments are going to be taken. You guys can see here. Now I'm going to mention here colon 3, and now you guys can see it is adding default 0 to that the last, and it is shows that information like this. So depends on your requirement, either you can convert the decimal value or a string value or a date value or anything that you want by creating such kind of custom pipes in Angular. I hope you guys have understood how to create custom pipes in Angular and how to use them along with these steps. Okay, if you really understood something, give us the thumbs up and do share to the needful people. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet up soon in a next video tutorial.